Okay, so everybody's always talking about modes. And where do they come from? Well, let's find out right now. We have learned that the C major scale contains the notes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, and C. And when we play those notes, we get the sound of a major scale. To find the first mode that we would want to address, well, let's make this mode the first mode that we want to address. This is the major scale. So let me get my guitar out here, and we'll play form 3-1. So that's the major scale. Wonderful. That's the Ionian mode. The next mode that we would deal with, we would find by moving a fourth. You've heard the term cycle of fourths. Well, basically that is one of the processes by which we go to different keys. I'm going to put some numbers on these letters here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and back to 1. C is note number 1. If I wanted to move forward a fourth, essentially what I'm doing is I'm saying I want to go from 1, 2, 3, 4, to 4. So the position of note number 1 is going to go from here to here. Oh, so I'm making F number 1 now. Yeah. So one of the rules of making a major scale is that I use every letter in alphabetical order. I hope I've written that big enough that you can see it. That's F, G, A, B, C, D, E, and F. So that's exactly the same as the C major scale. Well, somehow that doesn't seem right. And it's not. One of the other rules that we knew previously from our discussion of the C major scale was that we had a sequence of intervals. Whole, whole, half, whole, 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 and half. That was the sequence of intervals that gave us the sound of the major scale. Well, F to G is a whole step, so that's okay, and G to A is a whole step, and that's okay, and A to B is a whole step, and that... Oh, wait. That's the place I need the half step. So what can I do to the B, since I know the F is okay, and the G is okay, and the A is okay? I guess I'm going to have to do something to the B to make it closer to the A. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it B flat. Yeah, that scooted it down 1/2 step. That's what flatting does. It moves a note down a half step. Sharp, that symbol that looks like a number symbol, is moving a note up a half step. Okay, well, we moved our B to B flat, which made that a half step. That was handy. Oh, and that made a whole step between B flat and C. Because normally we had a half step between B and C, but now that note is B flat, so hey, that worked out pretty good. Okay, so F, G, A, B flat, C, C to D is a whole step, D to E is a whole step, and E to F, oh, that's a half step. So now I have the right sequence of intervals by having only changed the B to B flat. I still want C to be note number 1, but I want to respect the key of F. Well, that is going to make this B over here, I'm going to have to write on my half mark there, that's going to make that B flat. I wonder what that scale sounds like. Well, it's going to sound like this, guys. It's going to sound like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, flat 7, and 1. So that is the Mixolydian mode. As you can see, the note C has taken over position 5, or it is position 5 in the key of F. Okay, so that's going to be the dominant chord. That's going to be the C7. And sure enough, if I respect this key, but call C note number 1, I've got a C major scale with a B flat in it. And I would have a C chord, C, E, G, and if I added a 7, it would be a flatted 7. Oh, that gives me a C7 chord. Well, if C was C7 and I'm in the key of F, then logic would tell me that C would resolve very nicely to F, and it does. That's what's leading me back to 1. But hey, we're talking about rock and roll and blues and stuff. And very often in those kinds of songs, a dominant chord like C7 might actually be the tone center of the song. It could even be, gosh, I could have a C7 static chord.